What is going on, guys, and welcome back. It's your boy Lair Bear, come back at you today with a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. So real quick, I like to say that today is going to mark the 100th video that I'm posting on my channel. I just like to say thank you guys for the journey. This is a monumentous event for me. It's not going to be like a huge spectacular video, but this is my 100th video for this channel, and that is a big, that's a milestone for me. I just want to say thank you guys for the journey. Today is going to be another Pokemon video. I saw some news on Game Rant talking about some new information from the DLC, and as you know, Pokemon Present just was about 2 weeks ago, and they dropped, the new DLCs, new areas and things like that, new Pokemon, new forms and things like that. So this one pretty much is going to be talking about the starter Pokemon that you can get in this game, or all of the starter Pokemon that you can now get in this game, and the means to catch them and things like that, or how they're going to allow you to catch them. But before we start, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this video later on. Turn on that notification bell, that way you're notified every single time I drop a new video. But without further ado, let's jump into it. And it's not a super long one, so it'll be quick. It's from Game Rant. They're normally not the longest of articles. So it starts off with, it says the title is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Indigo Disc DLC breaks a massive starter tradition. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the Indigo Disc is about to break one of the biggest traditions in the series, and future games may not be the same. And this was published 21 hours ago. So it starts, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are arguably the most innovative mainline games in the franchise by a huge margin, even compared to the groundbreaking experiment that was Pokemon Legends Arceus. And future titles may never be the same now. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet broke many traditions from a narrative standpoint with the way Professor Sada and Turo didn't hand players their starters or Pokédex to gameplay with the new open world formula and shiny sandwiches. With 2 DLC expansions on the way, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet could break the mold yet again, and it seems like the Indigo Disc is already poised to do as much with how it handles starter critters. It continues, the Teal Mask and Indigo Disc DLCs for Gen 9 will both feature new creatures for players to catch as well as a new content to tackle, with the former including a minigame called Ogre Oustin, which I'm assuming is going to contend of Ogre Pond and things like that, and some trials that he may have. And probably more enticing activities. Little is known about the exact content of the Indigo Disc, but players can expect some tough battles with a second set of Elite Four in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in the form of the so-called BB League, and BB stands for Blueberry League. Furthermore, the Blueberry Academy will feature 4 different biomes that trainers can explore, where they can catch different species of Pokemon, including first partners from past games. So like I said earlier, you're going to be able to catch all of the starters. Now, they may just have all of them in the wild, or it may be like previous games where you go to somebody's house, you can make a trade, or you can catch a Pokemon then, or you beat an area, then you can go back. We don't know, but what it sounds like is you're going to be able to just find all of the starters from the main games. It continues, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC lets players catch all starters from the mainline series for the first time, with past titles only allowing trainers to find a handful in the wild and then transferring other ones via trades or apps, so like Pokemon Home and stuff like that. Even games that include all of the starters available up to that moment never allow players to catch them all in the same title, instead only featuring some of them either as random encounters or as one-time gifts where one had to choose which one to get. So it continues, an example is how Pokemon Sword and Shield's Isle of Armor gave players one of the Alolan starters, assuming they found most of the missing Alolan Diglett scattered throughout the island. In the case of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Indigo Disc, however, players can seemingly find all of the past starters in the biomes available within the Blueberry Academy grounds. This is not only a major tradition being shattered, but it's also a good move on the Pokemon's company's part, given recent controversies and given its live service adjacent, I can't read today, y'all, live service adjacent model for the many Terra raids that have come and gone since launch. It continues, multiple past starters were made available to players via the time-limited Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Terra raids, with some trainers worrying that they would have to catch all of them while the event took place if they wanted to have a chance at collecting them all in Gen 9. As such, the fact that the Indigo Disc is marketing every first partner Pokemon ever available for all to catch is a much needed respite from an otherwise long and potentially problematic grind. Furthermore, this is a great news for all those players that attended the recent World Champions for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It continues, in fact, the event rules were much stricter than in the past, and some players ended up being banned despite taking part in the tournament for a few rounds and having flown all the way to Japan. This is because it's relevantly common to see Gen Pokemon in tournaments, so every team had to go through scrutiny to determine if every critter was legal. With how hard it has been to actually catch them all in the series, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are doing something great for accessibility. And the fact that all starters will be available in Indigo Disc sets a good precedent. And that is good. See, I really don't do so much of PvP like that. I'll do it every so often, but most of the time I'm really just like training my Pokemon, doing EV and IV trainings, finding the best items, finding the best move combinations to have for my Pokemon. And then once, like, if I've established like a really good team, then I'll enter like the Pokemon like PvP world. But I've never like flown to Japan just for like a Pokemon tournament. So I'm sure the people who really do that, this is going to be good for them, because this allows them to, you know, use the Pokemon from one generation instead of having to transfer them all over the place just to take them to one tournament. So I'm sure they are going to like this a lot. It continues. Oh, actually, that was it. So that was the last article. So I told you it was going to be short. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So all of the starters will be available in the Teal Mask DLC. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are really breaking the mold. Legends Arceus was the testing grounds. We all know that. But I feel as though from Scarlet and Violet and any other Pokemon that'll be made after this, I believe that all Pokemon are going to be available in any upcoming series after this. I do believe that one day they're going to make a Pokemon game that starts from, I said this in my last video too, I think they're going to start one from Gen 1 all the way up into whichever gen that they make. But I do believe that they're going to do that one day, and I believe that Legends of Arceus, Scarlet and Violet are the testing grounds for it. I believe that they're trying to see what they can get away with, how they'll be able to, how you be able to transfer. I'm sure they're working all of that stuff out. But anyway, that was it, guys. It was a pretty short video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was useful. Again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on today's video, and turn on that notification bell. That way you're notified every single time I drop a new video. But until next time, guys, Law is out. Peace.